Well, let's just begin. And here we go. I gotta get used to getting my hands up into the screen because I normally do my ludicrous gestures down here and they just don't show up. So, I mean, I've got to. Never mind. Another day. Alright. Well, I can turn in 30 points worth of broken maces. And I'll do that first thing. Yesterday I logged into this account character just long enough to turn in 5 tasks, which was 50 of those maces. I'm almost out of maces. Also, they've got to be done one at a time.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Which is pretty annoying. But sometimes when you layer on a game system, like tasks,
Can't you leave me to my misery?
you make adjustments later on and things work better, but the original implementations, like this, not quite as good. I hope you'll bear with me today. I'm a little off of my form. My
It's a sorry
tinnitus has decided to act up today in about the worst way ever. So it's messing with my calm. On and on. Those are the wolves, right? Yeah. I need to kill 4 more wolves for their hides. Ooh, muffins or pies. Muffins or pies. What request do we have? Noble deeds. Wolf tails. Okay. The trade bundles, I'm probably going to just be skipping. Pottery shards, skipping. And most likely that one's skipping as well. Memory serves, there are a number of wolves up here. Along with the things I'm going to be skipping. Memory also serves, the wolves around here are all stealthed and hidden. Wonder, can I... so I moved it up there. Nature. Silent yellow fang. I see he's silent. No more. But now he's going to be silent. That. Wolf teeth. Not really interested in doing that one. Wolf tails. Am interested in doing that one. Wolf hides. Oh, we've got another wolf right there. Teeth again. Not really interested. Alright, that's all the tails I need. But I need 2 more hides. Good morning to whomever has joined me. He's close. I don't see him. He is close. Hello. Which means one more. Finish out 2 quests. He's close. I hit Drac. Oh, there he is. And that should be all I need from this. I don't want that sodding quest. That quest is a pain in the schwanz. 2 quests to turn back in, I presume. Over yonder at the Forsaken Inn. Again, pardon, I'm a little low energy because I'm kind of feeling not bad, but imperfect. A bit of a headache from constant tinnitus. Lucky me. Woke up with it today. That's great. I occasionally get it in the right ear. Not sure if I have it in the right ear or not today, because I definitely have it in the left ear and it's louder. I don't get it in the left ear very often. Once again, allow me to reiterate, stay young, fellas. Just stay young. That's less armor, but more agility. That is more armor, less agility, and no vit. Yeah, sure, we'll take the legs.
Stay a moment.
And we'll even wear those. And the hides are to our Nora in here, I think. The one on the right? She is not.
Woe to me!
Yes, woe to you, yawn. More armor, vit, instead of a chunk of fate. Agent fate. That's better than the one, for sure. So. Rings. It's really boring. Not interesting. Ring. That was better. I'll sell junk.
How may I help you?
Remove. And move. So definitely listen to my advice. Stay young, guys. That's pretty much just it. Just stay young. That's theoretically better than the axe. Can I use the spear as an offhand? I don't know. I can use it as the main hand, and the sword as an offhand, I think. That'll work. I'm going to eat a pie. Pie. Alright, where's the deputy? Because I'll talk to the deputy, but I will not talk to the sheriff? No, got that back. That presumably is the deputy. Alright, well, we're off to find the deputy. It's a really insipid whistle I have. I need to work on my whistling tech. vision is going. I'm getting tinnitus. I'm jumbo-sized. Stay young, fellas. Just stay young. And avoid the getting old, falling apart crap. Because it's even less fun than I make it sound. And here's... Where's... Gotta be around here somewhere. The Igline camp. And that's... And I'm not Igline about it. There's... the deputy.
I'm sorry.
Good morning, or
Did you need
probably
something?
afternoon for you. Possibly evening.
Woe to me.
Curious. I do have destiny. Interesting. I think I'll hold on to that. Functionally morning. Chronologically afternoon. I'll accept. I need to defeat the goblin leader.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Lynx meat
Might I have a word with you?
and lynx hides. Okay, well that's nice and consistent. They want me to kill a whole bunch of the same thing. That's an awful lot of quests.
I'll not be ignored.
Igline corpses.
I'll not be
Igline
ignored.
treasures.
Stay and hear
Statue
me
of
out.
a maiden.
I'll
Yeah,
not
those
be
are all. I was going to say
ignored.
those are all the spider quests. If memory serves. Well, I'm going to start with the lynxes because that's straightforward. I need lynx meat and lynx hides. I wonder if those two things are linked together. I think I'm going to have to go down. I'd forgotten about this little area over here. Defenses of the Lone Lands, the Lorn Span. I had forgotten this area was here, but I am going to have to work my way down, I think, and that will be a... Yeah, it was going to be a... Pardon me. That's the end of the Coke. But fortunately, I prepared. Alright, and that is a brush hunter, which is a lynx. Alright, I've got a lynx meat, and presumably a lynx hide. I used to work swing shift for a number of years. When I worked swing shift, I would normally go to bed about 4 in the morning, so it wasn't unusual for me to wake up in the early afternoon either. Gotta say, was always a big fan of it. Well, I don't much care for half-orc watchmen, so... Heartseeker. Boom! 1537 one-shot. Half-orc brute. Half-orc brute. Another prowler. I need more of them. Whip, whip, whip. I don't have any quest for them, but he's bothering me. Plus, ash. No. I'm going to keep the quest item until I leave this area so that I don't have to worry about that damn getting notified every time and getting more and more copies of that same freaking medallion that I don't want to do that quest for. Really annoying quest. Ah, there we are. Can I interest you in some arrows? Don't worry. I deliver. That's a boar. Boars are, generally speaking, not lynxes. I have a lot of experience in dealing with boars and lynxes, as you can tell. I'm an old hand. No, no, no. Fine, fine. We'll do that. The brush hunter. Track. In that direction. Well, the stealthed wolf is in the way, so they gotta go first. Brush hunter. Lynx meat. I need a couple more. Lynx meat and lynx hides. So, no further that way because there aren't any lynx further that way. A prowler. We need one more. Well, let's search for the last one we need. Brush hunter. It's distant. How distant can it be? It's almost within arrow range. We got all our lynx meat taken care of. And our lynx blankets, or lynx hides for blankets. And then I think we head into the spider area. In that where I was just in the little camp. I think it's east of there. Or west of there, sorry. Yeah, it is west. Two quest earnings.
Well, the gall of some folk.
Resistance and Vit. No, thank you. Evade and Might. No, thank you. Whichever one I can sell for the most. Wow, that one's really cheap.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Defeat wargs in 9 Iniv. Better blankets.
It's been a foul day, it has.
It's been a foul day, it has. Oh, poor little feller. 270. 235. And the spooters and stuff. that guy is a signature. I'm not interested in fighting a whole bunch of signature mobs. Thank you. Which would be the reasons why I never did this quest or series of quests all that much. If it's got a bunch of sig mobs. It does. So I'm not particularly interested in fighting a whole boatload of sig mobs. Gotta say. Definitely don't need to be tracking that. Beneath the ruins, though, I think that those are actually in sort of the in-between areas underneath the ruins, as it says, beneath the ruins. I don't know if I can get in there any easy way from this side, though. Generally, this whole area here, this whole Minas Aerial area, is a pain in the ass. And always has been. Let me just head out for the orcs. See if we can get easily into the spootery areas. I don't think so, but I'll check. Maybe. Maybe not. Pretty deep thinking, huh? Well, that might be the case. Or it might not. 50-50 chance, as goofy gamers say. It either happens or it doesn't. Yes, so I think in this case it's more likely to be the doesn't part of it. Guess we'll head east. Like the statue of the maiden. Huh? Anywhere out there? Wait, what? The goblins of Minas Aerial. Could drop off of any random goblin in that area. That seems like an awful lot of space, where one of them has a statue. Let's head to Ostgaruth. I've been fighting them for quite a while. Didn't get the quest until now. Don't really want to go back. I'm wanting to head east into the eastern part of the map. I really dislike the Minas Aerial quests and quest area. It's multi-level, heavy mob density, and a lot of invisible stealth mobs. It just makes it not fun. And I've done it enough times in the past to know that it's just not fun. But I've aired out a whole bunch of gobbies in this map. Perforated. Penetrated, if you will. They even have a shot that does that. It's called penetrating shot. See? Penetrating shot. I penetrate them all the time. I'm not comfortable with that description anymore. So we'll head east towards Ostgaruth. And start with some wargs and cash in the quest there. Generally, this is a map I've always really enjoyed. Not entirely ever sure why. The music is part of it. The fact that it sort of feels like an in-between area, which it kind of is. It feels like lonely lands, as it were. And now we're looking for some wargs. Mobs here are 3 or 4 levels higher than me. I can't handle them as long as I'm not facing 3 at a time. I should be fine. But I could easily die here. I saw a warg. And that is my first warg in 9 Inith. It's really a goofy whistle. Tar crypts. I don't think I have tar crypt quests yet. And this is Ostgaruth. The eastern quest hub for the map. There's also a lot of quests down in Harlow, though. I generally skip those as well.
Greetings.
Ostgaruth. It's Frederick the Elder. Frederick. Yes, Frederick. I'm waiting.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Level 28 is a little bit higher than I want to start playing around with right now. The other one.
Might I take a
Talk
moment
to
of your
Kandak
time?
Brightwood. He's at the inn. I also need to talk to Radagast here. He's totally rad, Radagast. Yeah, that was trying too hard. Alright, the spider quests.
Stay a moment.
I'll stay a moment.
Can I speak with you a moment?
You can speak with me a moment. I'll
I'd like
remove
to
the
take a
spider
moment
quests
of
for
your
now.
time.
They're all in a single location. So I'm going to remove those until I go there.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Poison sacks. Guess what? More spiders. No shortage of scooters. Just west of here. Hi, Hannah. Banana Nana Fofana.
Oh dear. Could I have a word with you?
Correct Norbog legs. They're basically Knickerbreakers. And, ladies and gentlemen, Radagast the Brown. You'll note a complete absence of bird poop from his head. Thank you, Peter Jackson.
Why come you here?
The Glein let you in, did they? I've been expecting you, though, sooner rather than later. You have, in fact, taken your time. I understand you found something upon Weathertop? It's rubbing. I do believe it is a G rune mark, used by Gandalf the Grey, another of my order. I guessed from the description of those 3 lines that he was at Amon Sul on October the 3rd. Not but a few days have passed. I, too, saw the lightning upon Weathertop, and fear that Gandalf found trouble there. I have not seen him since we parted at Sarn Ford, so I can tell you no more of him or his travels. Of this place I can tell you much, but make reason of very little. Shoulders? No, might doesn't do me any good. That's not great. We end up taking the one that we can sell for the most. Really, the runestone? 90? No, the shoulders. medium armor that's might armor.
Will you help me?
Early game itemization in this game was not great. Collect bug moss from bog prowler nests again. A little bit higher level for me, but I guess I'll hold on to it for now. Take it, obviously. And Oscaruth. I think I need to change my waypoint to here. And so I will. And so I do. Frederick's got another quest for me, an offering of peace.
Would you do something
Warg
for
furs
me?
and boar haunches. That's the sound I make every time any game where I run out of quest spaces. It's a mechanic I find infinitely frustrating and wish they would get the hell rid of. Thank you. That's every MMO RPG ever. There, just nuke all of these green quests, green and gray quests, from Breland. And now we've got quest space.
Stay a moment.
Stay a moment. And what if I don't want to? Bog moss, warg furs. Well, warg furs is all through there. I wanted to kill wargs anyway, so sure. And boar haunches. Pig butt. Good eating, pig butt. Why, look, it's a warg. I have now defeated 2 wargs in 9 and Eve. Plus, warg furs. More wargs. I'm not sure if I've got quests for the spiders, but I don't need to worry about killing spiders because when I do the spider quest, there are a bajillion freaking spiders where I'll be doing it. I don't need to kill them anyway, so it's to get out ahead of myself in my spooter killing. Spooter murder will arrive in good time. Well, how about we do a quick scan for nature? Find orcs. Say like that one. I see him in the distance, standing there unafraid, unknowing that I'm going to seek his heart with an arrow. The boar haunches. Should be there. Not seeing any damn boars right now. Tar crypt. Dreadful tar crypts. Lots of tar crypts around. Spooters. Come on, guys. Oh, I spotted the warg with mine own little eyes. Boom. I need one more warg fur and 3 more wargs. Memory serves. I think the boars I need are actually east of Ostgaruth, which would account for why I haven't seen any. Well, especially quest caps in a game like this are especially because there are so many little storylines. There's the main storylines going on, but there's also a lot of little storylines that are used as the reason for a lot of the quests. You know, and sometimes you want to go back, or you get one almost done, and yeah, I'll hold on to it. Next time I find myself in the area, I'll kill the last 2 MacGuffins I need. Or you have a quest and you want to keep it as a reminder that you do want to go back to a place and finish off a whole bunch of quests and stuff. There are a lot of reasons you might want to keep quests, but having to remove them because you're out of space is always going to suck. And I'm trying to dismount. There we go. And the excuse they've always given is, oh, it's, it's a data storage issue. And as someone who has worked in the computer industry his entire professional life until he retired, I call bullshit. Well, I need to kill one more. And hey, look, one more. That's all the wargs I need. Now I need some boars. My bet is none show up on my quick scanneroo. Yep, there are showing no boars yet. Where are the boars? The boars, see, I was right. They are all the way out there. Yeah, a lot of games have it, and anything like a quest is going to be a really small data structure to store quest status. I mean, really small. I'm running really low on space. The final frontier. So, I mean, unless you're using some awful algorithms for your data storage, a quest status is a tiny little bit field. Birds. And now I can see a boar. There we go, boars. Ooh, he's 6 level higher. That's going to be a bit of a toughie. You get to stuff that's that much higher level than you can miss. And if you missed enough, that could present an issue with, you know, the whole don't want to die thing. Now, certainly loading in status on quests can take a long time. That's because that's all stored locally. And so if you have a high-level character in Lord of the Rings and you choose to look at your completed quests, that takes a long time to load, but that's kept locally. The bit field for any given quest status has got to be a couple of bytes to the outside. Ow. I didn't realize I'd actually put a bubble on. I knew it broke the days. I believe we've got one left. I don't want to pull two of them. Those guys are close together. But we might pull two. He deflected my bleed. See, he's deflecting a whole bunch of those shots. That's because of the level difference between us. You do have to be careful in LotRO. Some games, you know, basically you can attack higher level mobs, and if you've got really good survivability, that's not a problem. Well, in this game, you attack a really high level mob, and you may find all of your shots bouncing off or missing. So those things were, what, 6 levels higher than me? 5 or 6? And I can take them easily enough. But if they're coming more than one at a time, it could get dicey. Especially a few untimely misses could ultimately prove to be deadly. Deadly. I am continuing to play LotRO as well in my evening sessions. I've reached level... I actually did some off-stream yesterday. Got to 42. I'm trying to push to 45 so that I can get my first legendary. You can't get into Moria until you're 50, but you can get your first legendary at 45. I'd especially like to do that in the case of the Brawler to see what the supposed weapon looks like, because they handle weapons really strangely. Basically, the reason they went with Brawlers, they didn't want to add any additional new weapons to the game as rewards that the Brawler could use. Because the Brawler was Gauntlet, so I think the only way you get those up until now has been through
What do you need?
Critical and Fate. Shoes are worth more. Shoes are worth more. Not for Piece Part 2.
Might I take
Deliver
a
the
moment of
salted
your
meats
time?
and furs to the creature's leader. I will in a minute. I have to sell stuff as I'm almost out of space. Which, as we know, is the final.
Greetings.
This guy's profession is a pole turner. I'll let you fill in the joke for yourself there. No shortage of ways of going with that. Quiet. Hush down there. Hush, little stomach. Don't you worry. Ooh, coarse skins. I had to have coarse skins and furs enough to cash in. Coarse skins, coarse furs. Coarse furs, but not coarse skins. Great. I am curious. North Downs. These can only be turned into the North Downs. Why do they drop here? Nobody knows. Task items. Still really
What can
a
I do for
clumsy game
you?
mechanic. Not well implemented.
What can I do for you?
Lowlands, North Downs. Freeland and Lowlands. That's fine, right. Lock all these in place for now. I will give this peace offering to the Yortkin. The Earthkin, which are a LotRO invention. As far as I know, not anywhere in the writings of Tolkien. I could be wrong about that. That may be some odd reference to them somewhere. Or an extrapolation of an odd reference. I have no issue with that. That is the way you make additional content off an IP. Because really, if you had to stick to nothing but the stuff that's in The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, your limitations would be very significant indeed. And there's the Earthkin. Pardon me for a second.
Greetings.
Nice big chunk of XP, and he's got quests that I'm too low level for. So, we have 2 quests now that are turn-inable. That's totally a word. Didn't make that one up. One of them requires a ride back to Forsaken Inn, and the other is outside Minas Tirith. So what I think I'm going to do is I will ride back. Unfortunately, it's not fast travel for a reason I have no idea why.
What do you need?
Although, from what I read, fast travel in general is may not be available to free-to-play accounts. According to actually somebody said, except for some exceptions. Regardless, we're going to ride back to the Forsaken Inn. I am going to take a moment to AFK. I'll be right back while we ride. And I am back. About halfway. Cancel that. Cancel that. There we go. Taking care of all of those little bits and pieces. I'm going to dismount and head to Old Mugwort first. a little brainstorm. Told me that was a good idea. Well, okay. Storm is a bit of an exaggeration. A rain drizzle? Brain fog? So we'll turn in the quest from him. Boars, boars, boars. Always with the boars.
Can somebody be left alone? Could I take a moment
Summon
of your
and defeat
time?
Shadepaw. I think that one's close by. Not really. But we will continue our ride to the Forsaken Inn. And I'm actually considering heading to Trestle Bridge. North of Bree. Lots and lots of mods around here. Gobbies and such. Hey, Vorp. Good afternoon to you. Just riding around the Lone Lands. I hope the Dyson Sphere building is coming along very nicely. Hope it has a homey feel. It's important that your Dyson Sphere have a nice homey feel. Alright, who am I supposed to talk to in here? Who was it? Somebody? There he is. Kandak. You're probably going to want to send me immediately
What
back.
can I do for you?
That is level 24. Dun, 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 dun. Travel to Trestle Bridge. Well, I had just moments ago said maybe I should go to Trestle Bridge. And what do you know? They want me to talk to somebody in down Trestle Bridge. So, evidently, the powers of the game itself want me to go to Trestle Bridge. And I cannot deny them.
How can I be of service?
But I can go there the fast way. Guide to Mickle Delving. To West Bree, then out the door. It is a really insipid whistle, though, isn't it? Throw that thing away. Because I won't be getting that as a drop anymore, because I'm not killing goblins in the Lone Lands.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It's kind of gray outside, actually. And fast.
Good day.
There we go. West Bree. Now, I don't think that I can ride anywhere north from here, but we'll see.
What do you need?
Adso's Hengstacer. I can go to Hengstacer. That's north. I'm not too proud to take a ride to Hengstacer Farms. As that's there, and I'm headed there. Hengstacer Farm is where you used to have to go to train writing, which was the worst quest in any MMO ever. I wrote a blog about it 10 years ago, about how awful it was. Most games, when you finally get high enough level and enough money together to buy your first mount, it's celebratory. It's like, finally, I'm a real boy. Well, that's how it was in WoW when I finally got my first mount. At like level 43 or 44. You could get it at 40, but it took me that long to get enough gold to pay for it. Back in the old days of vanilla. And it was a huge deal. This game, you finally get at the appropriate level and get your 4 gold, 220 silver together. Why, it's that number I have. Instead of giving you your mount and turning it into a celebration, they punished you. You used to have to ride a mount back to Bree. That's no big deal. And then you'd have to run all the way back to Hangstacers, and then you'd have to take your mount and you'd have to ride it all the way to Mickle Delving, I think. And then catch a fast travel back to Bree and then run back to Hangstacers. And then you'd have to get on your horse and ride to Ostfarad? No. Oh, it's a little dwarf town. Or dwarf fortification, the sort of northwest of Stelden. And you'd have to ride all that way again. And the mobs there could hit you and dismount you on the last part of that trip. And if they did, you'd have to go all the way back and do it again. And then once you'd finished that, you would have to run to Stelden, catch a fast travel back to West Bree, go from West Bree, run back to Hengstacer, and he's still not done with you. He wants you to prove that you know what you're doing by writing through a writing test, a timed writing test that you could fail. And you'd have to retry it until you finally got it, and then he would finally let you spend your money for a horse. And it's the worst quest. Instead of taking something that should be a significant highlight of your progress in the game and turning it into a fun celebration, it felt like punishment. And to quote myself from my blog, the last line of that blog is, "And I did that fucker 9 times." It was just awful. You know, in other games, you finally get your mount, everyone go, "Woohoo, congratulations, awesome." In this game, you got to level 35 and had your gold ready to be, "Oh, I hate that quest. Oh, good luck with the quest. It's awful, but then you'll be able to ride." It's like, no one's congratulating you until you finish those series of quests, because the quests were so awful. It just wasn't fun. Why, yes, I am a sour old fart. Alright, we got a couple of turn-ins here in Trestle Bridge. Plus, there is the whole mission system, which I've done on another character and have no real wish to do here. I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking with the mission system that came in with the War of the Three Peaks quote-unquote expansion. I think that's when it came in. It's just not interesting.
Greetings.
At all. They're like, if you took skirmishes and decided you wanted them to be stupider, less useful. Alright, there's one character I need to talk to. See? Go.
How can I be of service?
These are hard days. Why, I suppose they are. And Guardsman Motley.
What can I do for you?
A little bit of XP. Gee whiz. Don't go whole hog, friend.
Would you do something for me?
Speak with Aggie Digweed. That's a name that actually sounds like one of the ones that would be made up on an early morning radio show to play pranks on people. Trestlebridge didn't used to be half burned down to the ground. That's one of the things they've added to it. Again, very strange. Some of the changes they made. The orcs have some
I don't
fiendish
know
magic.
anything, I'm sure. Will you help
Search
me?
Trestlebridge for the cause of the explosion. Okay. Perhaps these black powder kegs? Just a guess.
Stay a moment.
Search orc encampments for proof that Talbot was drugged. Yes, he was the one who's been blamed for the attack. In fact, he was drugged. Or so he claims, you know. And over here, we have the little mission hub for the new scaling, shittier versions of skirmishes. They're just really not good. They're boring, repetitive, not engaging at all. They're just bad.
What do you need?
It was one of the reasons why people were. Wasn't playing at the time of the expansion was dropped, but it got just absolutely lambasted
Stay a
by the
moment.
player base. How can you call this an expansion? It's the kind of content patch that most games, and historically, this game, would have just, put out as a
Dear.
oh look, new free content patch. I have to search orc encampments. What could
Could
possibly
I
go
speak
wrong?
with you a moment?
Let's see what we've got. Bolster the defenses is there. Blackfire also there. I think Poor Guard is there. The Trestle Span. Now entering the Greenway. Alright, orc camps. I need to search the orc camps for proof that Talbot was drugged. Find Blackfire. And it looks like... Oh, and more quests as well. And the birds. Wandering Cruelbeaks. Oh, I got another Guide to Thorns Hall. Here, options, quick slots. Go there. Alright. Got a cauldron. That's the sleeping draft. Wandering Cruelbake. Flip, there we go. barrel of nails. Fire crate. Supposed to do something with the torch and the fire crate? I don't know. Black fire crate, I should say. Ah, yes, that is in fact what I'm supposed to do. Go me, I figured it out all on my own with no help. I'm smart. You know. Small values, smart. That's the first orcish encampment. I don't have anything for wolf bits, do I? No. Nobody wants me to bring them back any wolf bits. Definitely airing out some crabine. Bad crows. Bad bird. Bad birds. Alright. Tarkrip Assault Camp. Ah, this is not one of the sort of little side camps. Those I did, the little side camps. Got it. Let's drop this down just in case. And we'll give him a Heartseeker. Crate of hammers. As in, as dumb as a crate of hammers. Orcish sleeping draft. Alright, that's 2 down. That is all the crabine I needed. And here's the next little outside camp. This one. Nice. That's the Tarkrip Orcs. Got them all. Got to collect them all. Requests to turn in. Bring, and return. As always, the best part of questing. Turning it all in. Back to the really unpleasant visual filter they put up in Trestle Bridge because it's supposed to be all smoky and stuff. Just uncomfortable visual. Hi, Aggie.
What do you need?
Hi, Elsie.
What do you need?
I get a new cape. It's got more armor, but that's really a 19 max power is. Wow, I have 1200. 19 would be 1/60th? A 1.6% increase?
Could I speak with you a moment?
How about no?
What can I do for
You
you?
found something to prove we were drugged? That's wonderful. We'll show the captain at once, so that he can set me free.
Might I take a moment of your
Set
time?
me free? Why don't you, babe? You just keep me hanging on. Talbot redeemed for valuable prizes. Talbot redeemed.
Greetings.
He listens to your explanation, takes a deep sniff from the potion flask. The orcs brewed this, did they? This is not good for us. It appears they have taken to using sabotage when their raids have been dashed against their defenses at the trestle span. I suppose Talbot must be freed from his bonds, but the guards must be on alert for any suspicious travelers from this point on. It's a sad day for Trestlebridge. It's a sorry day!
How can I be of service?
So the orcs were behind it all, huh? The orcs were behind it all! And I would have gotten away with it if not for you kids. But how did they come in if nobody saw them? Hopefully you've ensured that they won't be back at the same mischief anytime soon, which will give us time to rebuild. But there are still mysteries to be solved. How did they sneak the stuff in? Oh, I don't know. Probably human, because you would see orcs. I freed the innocent man from his unjust imprisonment. Captain Trotter is named after the foot of a pig.
What can I do for you?
Well then, glad that debacle is over with. Perhaps now we can focus on more pressing issues.
Stay a moment.
The Pass of Nan Wethrin. Small fellowship or full fellowship? It's a full fellowship, I think. So, yeah, I won't be entering that. At all. Talk to Matty Woodruff. Outside of town. And Aggie Digweed. Seriously, Digweed.
Could I
Search
have
for the
a word
half-orc
with
who
you?
planted the powder. Ooh, where's he? He's over there. Digweed. Talk about a name that was made to get you made fun of on the playground when you were a kid. Don't be a digweed. I have to search for the half-orc who planted the powder. And presumably, I get to perforate him? Perforating's my favorite part. I'm chopping wood silently, which is quite the trick. Is he up in this camp proper? Perhaps. Looks like the answer is yes. So I'll have to sneak in by carefully murdering people. As one does. Stolen goods. Tarkrip picket. If you pick it, it'll never heal. Collect old map pages from Tarkrip orcs. Oh, I'm assuming that's the half-orc I need. He's doubling back the other way. Well, he's come over all dead, so we'll give him the day off. Stolen goods. How many crates do I need? Oh, a couple more over here. Lag is annoying. Lag is annoying. Wow. Oh, SSG, you guys gotta drop some cash to fix this crap. Well, there's the half orc that I needed to kill. He's regenerated already from his wounds, which is a little bit disturbing. The lag here is bad, and the lag could get me killed. As if I need help on that particular front. Coming this way. God damn the lag. This is really bad. I have to say my patience with the lag is wearing thin as well. It's really getting to be a drag. Lag is a drag. It's just bad. Five seconds to get the shot. All the map pages I needed. See if we can find the missing stolen goods in this box. That would be handy. Allow me to get the hell out of Lag City here. Lag seems to be mostly in certain places. That's actually what I needed. Yay, that's good. Well, you got to realize, of course, that since I'm playing as if I were a brand new player, I'm playing incorrectly. You know, as a free-to-play player, I don't know how to play correctly, and that it certainly is true with Hunter as well. In fact, I've used the title for the only attack I actually know how to use. I am Swift Arrow. How you doing, Kanukit? I don't know why these guys have 140 level guards, but they need my help with the orcs. So the worst part of the free-to-play experience is right there in the lower right. 45 items in your inventory. That's it. I need to sell stuff before I can even turn in these quests.
What do you need?
Weren't you listening? I need to sell stuff. Ooh. A new recipe. A crafted Theor bow. Sell, and sell. Alright, now I can actually cash in my quests. Oh, and take the rest of the inventory stuff that I also think I've got one more task I can turn in for the day. I've got to do that if I've got enough of any of the tasky bits.
I don't know anything, I'm
Aggie
sure.
digweed. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. It's just so funny. Vit, that seems like a really good weapon. I think I want that one. I do. I will equip that. I cannot equip the spear in the offhand, so that's fine.
I don't know if you can
Travel to
help
the
me.
crossroads north along the Greenway. I'll do that in a bit. In a bit.
Hello there.
A founder's book. I never thought to see it again. It's in rough shape, but I think you found most of the torn out pages. I'm sure I can repair it. Thank you. I'd given up. I'd given it up for lost. Well, I'm the hero. You know, that's kind of what I do. That's right there, the one that's north, so... tasks. Tisket, a tasket. There's gotta be a task basket. Do I actually have enough of anything? How about broken wooden spears? Broken wooden spears. Guardsman Otley at Trestlebridge. I think that's all 5 of my daily tasks that I am allotted.
Greetings.
Indeed, it is. I'm going to eat some regenerative food because it's regenerative and tasty. And we'll sell a bunch
dear.
of this,
Did
the
you
rest
need
of these
something?
task items. Hold on to that one. I'll probably getting more bows. Sell that, sell that, sell that, bows, that. Hold on to the greater healing draft. Throw out the 2 lock boxes. Breathe. Why do I still have that? Why do birds fall in love? Freeland and Lone Lands. No. North Downs, yes. We can sell, get rid of those. That'll be fine then.
What do you need?
What do you need? I need to sell these to you. Get them out of my inventory. Because my inventory is 45 slots. It's painful. I'm a free-to-player. That's the biggest pain point so far. I will also note as a pain point, you get like a level 20 quest. that poofs you off to Rivendell. And when you finish the quest, you can't get back. Nothing is open in the stable point. You can't get back to where you came from. So if you've used your waypoint at any time recently, you are screwed. You have an hour's wait. I did a skirmish. Unfortunately, it opened up my first guide to, and that got me out of there in about 15 minutes instead. But how that got through QA, I have no goddamned idea. And why it's still in the game unfixed is ridiculous. I mean, that's a great way to get your players to quit your game. Oh, I just teleported back to town. Hey, a quest. I get to go to Rivendell. Wow, Rivendell is nifty. And I have 55 minutes on my cooldown to go back, and the stable doesn't work. There's no stable point I can go to. Gosh, I could try to ride back from the Troll Shaws all the way back to, oh, let's say Bree. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It's a sorry day.
But those are the only two real pain points.
I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
I will also note that, unfortunately, to increase the number of inventory slots is, I believe, 395 LotRO points per 5 spaces. Big crap. That is gouging $4 for 5 spaces in your inventory. I mean, I know you can get, if you pay for like 1 month of sub, that unlocks a bunch of stuff. But $4 for 5 inventory slots should be freaking criminal. There's a wheel over here. I assume it goes round and round. Yes, each character has their own bags. There's also shared storage. I'm not sure what the deal is yet for that in a free-to-play character. I mean, and the game, the game was designed as a subscription game. So when they changed it to free-to-play, they had to make a lot of changes, obviously. And they wanted to encourage people to buy the sub, still. So some of the limitations make sense, certainly from their point of view, where, they have to make money or there's no game. Boy, the storage was never especially generous. You got 90 storage if you were a subscriber back in the day. So 45, half of it seems good, but some of the mechanics they've added since then, like tasks, where you get these task items cluttering up your inventory. Now, you can just sell them all, but if you go out for any particular length of time, you're going to fill up all of your bags with task items.
Woe be me. I'm sorry to trouble you, but will you help me?
And as a lifelong player of the game and a lifetime subscriber, that's a real pain point. That's the only real pain point I've found in my free-to-play through here. Is the 3 bags, the 45 inventory slots. It doesn't feel like much because it's really not much. Especially for the changes that have occurred in the game over the years. Whereas when they first went free-to-play, maybe 45 slots felt like enough for, a basic free-to-play player. Signpost points to a dark land to the north, but the light of campfire catches my eye. My eye has been caught by the light of a campfire. So there's character storage, there's bank storage, there is, and I'm not sure if free-to-players have access to it, there's shared storage, which is a server-based, account-based, account-wide storage, so for all your alts. And there's wardrobe storage for cosmetics. And some of those can be increased for gold. Your bank can be enlarged for gold, at least up to a certain point. And those prices are perfectly reasonable, I think. But to actually increase your character inventory space, that one's not generous at all. I clicked on you. Come on. Thank you. Minkum? Minkum, talk to me. Talk to me. I clicked on you.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Introduce myself to Colbert the Mad or Colbert the Mad. I'm going to go with Colbert because Stephen Colbert, whichever, is a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Therefore, my assumption is this is named after him.
How can I be of service?
Yeah, they opened up. It's one. The monetization has gotten better in the last 4 months. They had their 15th anniversary. They cleaned up a lot of the stuff about the monetization, and they moved a fair amount of stuff to the free-to-play. One of the things is the barter wallet, and that's a huge win in quality of life for all the free-to-play players. It's a really big deal. And making that free by default is a big win.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
There's Ithremin, our vigilant lookout. He speaks but rarely and smiles not at all, but his watchful presence eases my fears and lets me sleep better at night. So I do not begrudge him his silence. I believe he came from the Meliwinen, far to the southeast, but I do not know what brought him hither. He peers at you calmly, but does not speak. After a moment of uncomfortable staring, he looks away and seems to listen intently to some distant sound only he can hear. He's just antisocial. That looked like a rep. Yep. Oh, complete quests within the North Downs. That wasn't a rep up, it was a virtue project. Yeah, the virtue went up. And 10 LotRO points! Woo! So you can, if you're not familiar with it, you can grind for LotRO points to spend in the store. I did that one day on my free-to-play through. I needed like another 25 points, 20 or 25 points to get riding, which costs 95. I have now 75. If you grind through the kill deeds, every zone has slayer deeds. You know, kill 30 wolves for tier 1 and then kill 60 wolves. And those will get you LotRO points. So a lot of players will just grind through the slayer deeds in all the zones, starting with the starter zones. And you can do those relatively quick, and you can build up a decent bank of LotRO points over time. 1,000 hours, yeah. Not sure my longest played. I know the last one I checked on was 900 hours. And so my guess for the amount of time I have in the game is 3,500, 4,000 hours, something like that. I'm getting close to 4,000 hours in Guild Wars 2 as well. I have no idea how many hours I've got in WoW. It's possible I have some sort of disorder. Ask Ithremin what he hears in the fields of Fornost. You ask Ithremin, but what he hears, but he does not respond. His expression is slightly annoyed, as if you interrupted him doing something important. I will meditate. Listen for stranger. Meditate? Is that a standard emote? I'm meditating. 2, 1, 0. Well, rhythm, you heard the chilling voice in the air? You tell Ithremin you heard the strange voice, and he looks at you sharply. His words come haltingly, as if the common speech is strange to him. You hear the twisted song. Great evil lies beyond the light of this fire. Do you seek death? If not, stay and listen from afar. Stay a while and listen. Ithremin breaks his silence to caution you against seeking the voice. Find the source of the unsettling song. Well, yeah, that's the smartest quest I'm ever going to do. This guy tells you, yeah, don't do that. Just don't do that. Well, I'm going to go do that. More yew branches. Slow, very slow. Oh. Very slow spawn ins. Got bar guests, undeads, more undeads. Idaline. Pretty flowers so bright red, red with blood where life has fled. She seems lovely. She seems like a lovely girl. Yeah, I haven't been around in this area for quite some time.
Why are you bothering me?
Wait. There we go. I've driven off the fell spirit Olnathran from Idaline. Fools! I am driven from this one, but I am not defeated. We shall meet again. What has happened? Where am I? Oh, you saved me from her, from Olnathran. Oh, I should go back home now. Back home! Yeah, that's probably a good idea. And she runs right to one of the undead. It's possible she's not the sharpest knife in the block. Yep. Guaranteed to work. Survival? Not guaranteed. We accidentally drove out the haunting spirit and also her own spirit. But hey, she's not possessed anymore. I think that's a win. Here's my bill. And we're waiting. Lag has been pretty bad today. Intermittently. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. And we're back to Ithremin. You did well. Not many would have survived such an encounter, let alone drive off the fell spirit without harming the girl. My arrows to the face clearly didn't touch her. She's fine. She's good. And now back to Minkum.
Will you lend me your ear?
This poor girl, she's from a farm not far from here, but the fell spirit Olnathran seems to have tricked her into coming. My duty does not allow me to pursue the villains of Fornost unless they are unwise enough to venture south of where we stand into the North Downs. I must stay here. You're bound by no such oath. Of everyone, Colbert the Mad knows the most about Fornost and its many fell landmarks. Perhaps he will have an inkling of where Olnathran would likely be hiding. Hi, Colbert.
What can I do for you?
You want to search the fields of Fornost? You cannot walk the steps I have walked without going a tad mad. Also rhyming. I came from the north and the west, and I saw piles of dirt with bones sticking out, with treasure glinting from within. I saw lights that called me to my death. I saw graves wherever I looked. Alright, that's cool. It gives you a vague list of landmarks to the west. Well, first, I need to cash in another quest, so I need to talk to her. Lag. It hurts. It hurts us, precious. More ash branches. Where am I over here? Forester? I've opened up the next tier. I think I'll probably get enough to get mastery out of that. Should do that. Here. Don't have really enough you to do much, I don't think. Yeah, only a few boards. Again, level 140 guards. Talk about an easy duty. Yeah, all we have to do is guard this bridge from orcs who are level 23. All right, who's on sneezing duty tonight? Hi, Elsie.
Greetings.
Woodruff hat. That's a castery hat. And her longsword, which is no better than what I'm currently wielding. But it's worth more than the hat. We'll sell some more crap.
I'll try to help you if I can.
Oh, that's nice. She's going to try to help me if she can. All right. Gonna do a little crafting. This is not going to be interesting, guys. But I think it'll be a relatively quick way, I hope, to get me to my level. Eight points per, 240, 264. That will get me just barely, I think, to my Journeyman Mastery. And I can turn around and sell some of this stuff on the auction house. I did that yesterday on the character I've been playing on my main account in the evening session. I sold a bunch of the stuff that she had been gathering, wood and metal, made 80 gold, selling a bunch of the low-level stuff. So should be able to sell on this character and get some more gold, which is obviously because more money, more money. Ah, my poor farmer, just lagging behind. So sad. I've already got apprentice and interesting. I already got journeyman master. Oh, that's right, because of processing. Right. It takes less mats to master the crafting disciplines than it used to by far, thanks to the processing they added. Basically a way to turn your raw materials into lots of XP efficiently instead of grinding out 100 bows. Using the same materials, you'd grind out 4 times as much XP. But you don't get anything out of it other than the XP. So, let's see how much XP I'm getting here. Yep, visible movement. I will mouse over where I am right now. It's not a lot of XP crafting, but it's a little. And if you're cycling through a bunch of stuff, it does add up. I'm 3,426 XP from the next level, and each of these is worth 30 XP. I guess it's probably not going to be enough to get me there. Not quite. But hey. Progress is progress. And I'll probably buzz through enough to just get me, but it's not going to be fascinating viewing. And then I'm probably going to be calling it a stream. So if this is not to your liking, and boy could I understand, it's not the most gripping material you're ever going to witness, that's for sure. I will start my spiel now. Ooh, I crit something. I'll be back in about 3.5 hours for more LotRO action on my main account as I'm pushing towards 45 and my first legendary on my brawler, because I want to see what the brawler legendaries are like. And I should be back again tomorrow early for another early session with this fellow. And then a late session and some alcohol to celebrate the 4th of July. Yay. Independence. Codependence Day. What? It's not codependence? Oh, Independence Day. And make me a master forester. And that's it. Forester, master. I'm now a master journeyman. And I'm also going to make some more stuff for this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to grind out the crafting and get to the level, so I think I'll call it right here while I keep doing this. So, I should be back in about 3.5 hours with more LotRO action. Fisting stuff to death. That really does sound like it. There have got to be a lot of internet videos about almost that same thing. And then back again tomorrow, sometime between 11 and noon, most likely, Pacific time, with more of the early session for the free-to-play through. How am I Hunter here? I hope you had some fun today, this afternoon, probably afternoon. Back again in 3.5 hours. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.